Hi, my name is Chris Kushak.
Melissa Nangle.
Emily Wakefield.
Eric Zosky.
And I had a great idea.
And I had a really good idea.
And I had a really good idea.
And I had a great idea.
The Thoughtluck is Austin Public Schools' crowdsourced innovation effort. It's our attempt to get the best ideas from the people who have the best ideas for improvement, the staff of the district.
My idea was to create science nature kits that kids and teachers could use out in our green space at our school.
My idea was to bring in flexible seating to the classroom, to pilot a program, see what works and maybe what doesn't work, and make sure that we have flexible seating for all our students to meet their individual needs.
My idea was to rethink how our schedule is along with Connect, and if there was any way to give our students a little bit more freedom, a little bit more movement, a little bit more flexibility during the day.
My idea was to replace the drinking fountains throughout the Austin High School and replace them with bottle filler stations that are filtrated so we all can drink filtrated water in our water bottles throughout our day at school.
Austin Schools was invited to participate in an innovation cohort with 7 other Minnesota districts this year. The innovation cohort surrounded an opportunity to work with other districts on how they were going to be using crowdsourced innovation in their districts to find the best ideas within their district.
I imagine that some of the challenges facing a school district like Austin Public Schools are similar to the corporate environment. So we have people located around the globe, many different facilities, many different countries, and all of them have ideas. Most people have an idea about how to solve a problem, or to change a process, or just the next best thing that we should do.
Most powerful outcomes come from the results of diverse, empowered teams. So having leadership engagement and really all organizational people involvement, users involved in the experience of innovating, designing, and that loop of observing, reflecting, and making for better outcomes leads to amazing results for everybody.
What happens is, as a person has an idea, they submit it into the Thoughtluck site. Then people throughout the district are able to comment on those ideas, and the idea poster is able to then improve upon those ideas as well.
It does allow people to interact with ideas. So imagine a place where you might meet somebody at a coffee shop or have a conversation over dinner with a friend or relative about your idea. This system allows you to kind of get the whole lay of the land and see everybody's ideas all in one place. So the ability for people not only to have an audience for their ideas, but then to have that audience be interactive with them is a pretty powerful motivator for continued involvement.
Ultimately, those ideas get voted upon by staff, and those ideas that receive the top votes move on to the design thinking workshop stage.
I really enjoyed the workshop because it gave us a chance, I was able to bring a partner with me, gave us the chance to really sit back and think about our idea and how we wanted to go about developing it. And the presenters kind of guided us through that. We started with this simple idea, and then we did various activities to really take this idea apart and fine-tune it and decide where we were going from there.
The workshop allowed me to work with a team to have innovative and creative ideas, to not only look for funds to help support, but really to look at what we already have and how we use the pieces that we have and how we use the space that we have to make it more effective for our students.
The workshop was unique. It wasn't so much about the idea itself as it was about empathy building and trying to really get into the heads of our students and why they might need this and what this might look like and what other options, versus just what I had thought of, might exist. And so it had us doing a lot of things not directly related to our ideas, and that was kind of a unique approach.
We do similar things in the corporate world, especially at C.H. Robinson, as we support a number of grassroots innovation efforts using much the same pattern and much the same system that Austin Public Schools is using with their Thoughtluck process.
During the workshop stage, what's really important is that our innovators get to work through an empathy-based design thinking process. What that involves are our innovators really thinking about for whom they're designing the solution. So they really delve into what is the user and who is the user, what is their current experience, and then what ultimately could really improve that experience.
As a result of the workshop that we did to develop our idea, my partner and I sat down and came up with 6 topics that we could just begin with to maybe come up with our first prototype. And so those 6 topics were tied to our spring curriculum, and we took the ideas to our whole staff at a meeting and asked them to participate. And I have a couple examples here, but to participate and give their ideas of things they'd like to see in the box, and also to give us the things they wanted to see in each box each time. So is there a blueprint? Is there a rubric they wanted us to follow? So we collected all these ideas, and we've now kind of come up with one little prototype kit for one of the themes, and we're developing that.
We're currently working with Colligan to bring in 5-gallon drums of water, and we're going to put those throughout the school next to drinking fountains. And we're going to mark at the end of each day how much water was used at that location. So if you guys see a water jug throughout the school and there's Dixie cups next to it, or there's your drinking bottle that you use throughout the day, feel free to use that. That's why it's there. We're just going to mark where the best fit would be for a new drinking fountain.
Innovation and drivers for innovation are everywhere. We've seen things in the past years such as adoption of mobile technology, development of whole new business models, the digitization of many different industries. As all these things change and fluctuate in our world, from new inventions to new systems and new organizations of people, the folks that are making these changes in the world start small. They iterate quickly, they enlist the help of the people around them, and they do it in a diverse and cross-functional way. This is an opportunity for you to submit those ideas, to find other people who think that your ideas are pretty interesting, and to ultimately connect those dots and make something that will change the world.
And so anybody that has an idea for improvement, I would encourage them to get into the site and post their ideas. Each year we'll be opening up the Thoughtluck in the fall, and so that's a perfect time for people to engage and really get their ideas out there, because as many of our current Thoughtluck innovators have recognized, really you don't know until you put your idea out there.
I think we're teachers in a building, and we feel some ownership there, and we have passions for our classrooms and for our students. And I think I would encourage anyone who has just this idea that might even seem out of the box or a little unusual or out of the ordinary, to just pursue this and try it. I was pleasantly surprised and excited to move forward and know that I have some support to do that. And in the end, it benefits kids and it helps them to be successful.
When I was at the meeting of the finalists, there were some teachers that had some really good ideas. And here's me with the idea of a drinking fountain. So mine seemed very simplistic, and it seemed like when I hit enter on the keyboard, it seemed like, I don't know if that was a good idea or not. But the people of the school seemed to like it. So whether you think your idea is simple or you think it's a complex one, just submit it, and you never know what'll happen.
Well, I'm one of those people who I just put my idea out there, and I didn't think it was, I really and truly was shocked that it was picked, that it was one of the top ones. And so you just never know if you have an idea, like you said, that's going to resonate with somebody or not. So why not give it a try? And if you don't say anything, your idea, there's no chance it's going to happen, right? So you got to put yourself out there and see where it goes.
I would encourage anyone who has an idea to do it. Just fill out it's 5 minutes, and you won't be any worse off than you are today, and you might have something that can really make a difference in the lives of our kids.
Austin K through 12 is engaging thought leaders to carry these ideas forward and to make these ideas become reality using design thinking and other appropriate methodologies and practices that are common to industry and available to anyone in the community.
The best thing about the Thoughtluck is that no matter what the idea is, whether it's big or small, seemingly silly or really impactful, there's a place for everyone's ideas. And so we really encourage everyone to think it, bring it, and share it in the Thoughtluck.